Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey, a story of human ambition that reached beyond our wildest dreams. Imagine, if you will, the 1960s, a time of rapid change, of Cold War tensions, and a fierce technological race between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. The ultimate prize? The moon. For centuries, humanity had gazed up at that luminous orb in the night sky, a silent witness to our history, a symbol of hope and mystery. But in 1961, President John F. Kennedy threw down a gauntlet that would redefine what was possible. He declared, not as a dream, but as a national objective, that America would land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the decade was out. Think about that for a moment. In an era when computers filled entire rooms and space travel was still in its infancy, this wasn't just ambitious, it felt impossible. But the challenge was accepted. Thousands of brilliant minds, engineers, scientists, mathematicians, and astronauts rallied under the banner of NASA. This wasn't just about rockets and hardware, it was about vision, determination, and the sheer audacity of human spirit. The Mercury and Gemini programs laid the groundwork, testing the waters, proving that humans could survive in space, that we could rendezvous and dock spacecraft, and that we could even perform spacewalks. Each mission was a critical step, a lesson learned, often through perilous trials. The Apollo program was the culmination of these efforts, a beast of a project that pushed the boundaries of every known scientific and engineering discipline. At its heart was the Saturn V rocket, a monumental achievement in itself. Standing taller than a 36-story building, weighing over 6 million pounds when fully fueled, it was and still is the most powerful rocket ever successfully launched. Imagine the roar, the ground-shaking power as those 5 monstrous engines ignited, lifting 10 million pounds of thrust against gravity, slowly, then rapidly, propelling its precious cargo towards the heavens. The stakes were unbelievably high. On January 27, 1967, tragedy struck during a pre-flight test for Apollo 1. A fire on the launch pad claimed the lives of astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee. It was a devastating blow, a stark reminder of the immense risks involved. But from the ashes of this tragedy, NASA regrouped, redesigned, and recommitted. They learned from their mistakes, implementing rigorous safety protocols that would save lives in future missions. This resilience, this refusal to surrender in the face of loss, is a testament to the character of the people involved. Finally, the moment arrived. July 16, 1969. Apollo 11. The world held its breath. Aboard the command module Columbia were Michael Collins, orbiting high above, meticulously managing the delicate dance of space. In the lunar module Eagle were two men whose names would forever be etched in history, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. As the Saturn V climbed into the blue sky, carrying these three brave souls, it was more than just a rocket launch, it was humanity reaching for the stars. The journey to the moon was a 3-day odyssey, filled with moments of tension and wonder. Then came the critical phase, lunar orbit insertion and the separation of the Eagle from Columbia. Michael Collins, often called the loneliest man in history, maintained his solitary vigil, ensuring everything was perfect for their return journey. Down below in the Eagle, Armstrong and Aldrin began their descent towards the Sea of Tranquility, a landing site chosen for its relative flatness. The final moments of the landing were fraught with peril. The onboard computer, running at the absolute limit of its processing power, started flashing 1202 and 1201 alarms. These were overload warnings, indicating the computer was struggling to keep up. Fortunately, flight controllers on Earth, particularly a young software engineer named Margaret Hamilton, whose team had developed the flight software, quickly determined the alarms were not critical to the landing. The computer was simply prioritizing essential functions. Then Armstrong realized they were heading for a boulder-strewn crater, a potentially catastrophic landing zone. With remarkable composure, he took manual control, skillfully piloting the Eagle over the treacherous terrain, searching for a safer spot. Fuel levels plummeted. 60 seconds, called out Mission Control. Then 30 seconds. The tension was palpable, not just in the tiny lunar module, but in every living room, every public square around the world. And then, those immortal words from Neil Armstrong. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." A collective sigh of relief, then an explosion of joy rippled across the globe. On July 20th, 1969, at 10:56 p.m. EDT, Neil Armstrong stepped out onto the lunar surface. His voice, slightly muffled by distance and static, delivered a line that would echo through eternity. "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin soon joined him, and together they explored the barren, magnificent landscape of the moon. They planted the American flag, conducted scientific experiments, and collected lunar samples that would revolutionize our understanding of Earth's closest celestial neighbor. For 2.5 hours, they were explorers on a world beyond our own, gazing back at our blue marble Earth, a fragile oasis suspended in the vastness of space. Their return journey was just as critical and complex, a series of precise maneuvers to rendezvous with Michael Collins in Colombia, followed by a triumphant splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. The world erupted in celebration. The moon landing was more than a scientific achievement. It was a unifying moment for humanity, proving that with courage, collaboration, and unwavering dedication, we can overcome any challenge, achieve the seemingly impossible. The Apollo program continued with several more successful lunar landings, each adding to our knowledge and inspiring generations. While we haven't sent humans to the moon in decades, the legacy of Apollo endures. It pushed the boundaries of engineering, material science, and computing. It inspired countless innovations that we use in our daily lives, from medical imaging to air purification systems. More importantly, it showed us what we are capable of when we work together towards a common, audacious goal. The story of the moon landing is a reminder that the stars are not just for dreaming, but for reaching. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the unyielding spirit of exploration that lies within all of us. So, as you look up at the moon tonight, remember the incredible journey, the immense sacrifice, and the boundless hope that brought us there. It's a story that continues to inspire us to look beyond our horizons, to ask, what if, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. What part of the moon landing story do you find most inspiring? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories and insights. Your support means the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.